Hello everyone. Let us now discuss today's LeetCode POT problem trapping rainwater 2. So, if you haven't solved the first question, then here is the description. In in that you can find the explanation of the first problem. Now, let us take an example 14112012121. So, I have given the boundaries in a sketch. So, here is the sketch of the first boundary, left boundary, and here left and up and left and bottom, and also the whole thing except the last boundary. So here the only thing here it is the whole matrix. Now here only thing where we can store is at this stage, at this where you can store the water or trap the water, because it is having the size of height, sorry, height of 0, and the minimum that I can trap here is only 1. Now the thing is, you can have another example where I will be giving some the boundaries, and you cannot store the water or trap the water in the boundaries. The first thing is you can't store. So let me write here, can't trap in boundaries, and then can only trap a minimum height. Because let me tell you this thing, because if you see here, the minimum height is only 1. The minimum height is only 1, and the maximum height, I don't want the maximum height or maximum uh, tower, because the only considering element is the minimum height, so that I can trap the water. So only trap a minimum height, can only trap the water at a minimum height. Now let us come with this example 5 3 4 5. So the minimum height here in the boundaries is 3. Now what I'm gonna do is explore this three. First thing, explore this three, because I will explore the neighbors of this three, because it is the minimum height. So let me explore the minimum one first. You have this three, right? Now let me take this three, and here you have this zero. The height or the amount of water that you can trap is 3 minus 0. 3 minus 0. That means you can trap a water of, initially the trapped water is 0, then you can trap 3 amounts of water. Now you have completed this and you have visited this, so I am marking. That means here I am making it as a boundary. If you see clearly, this will be my boundary. So these are all the boundary. Oh, only this is the place where I can uh, get or trap the water. No, I have this 0, but should I store 0 as the height of this index? No, not right, because it is already storing 3 units of water. So that means it acts as a building or a block of 3. So I will store 3. And what is the index? As I said, 3, I am considering it neighbor, so I also have to store the index where I am having this cell or block. So I have got this at 1 comma 1. Now after that, you have the same minimum height of 3. Let me explore this again. So here you got this 3 1 comma 1. So let me explore the right and let me explore the down one. So if I explore both of them, I will get 2 at here and 2 at here. After that, so let me write that 2 here, because 3 minus 1, 3 minus 1, 3 minus 1 will give you 2. So I will add 2 here, and it will become the amount of water trapped is 5. I have explored this one, so I am marking this. as a boundary. Now let me explore this thing. Let me explore this. So 3 minus 1, again it is 2. So I will increment it by 2, 7, and I am marking this as a boundary. So it is visited. And now let me explore the only thing which I got remaining. And even though the minimum is always, sorry, it is 3 again. So 3 minus 2, 3 minus 2 will give me 1. So I will increment it by 1 and I will get 8. So 8 amount of water you can store. Now I have this boundary. So this is completed. That's it. So the first thing that came into my mind is priority queue to store the water or the height, because in the first thing I have stored the height and I have stored 3, that means the amount of water that it, it can store, or the block it can make. So the block it can make. So I will store the water, and then after that I will be having this, you know, the minimum height. So that's why I will use a visited matrix so that I will not go to the same block or the cell where I have already visited. So if you want the code, let me uh, type this for you. 1 minute. Int int m is equal to, let me make it h dot size, n is equal to h of 0 dot size, and then if m is less than 3 or n is less than 3, then you cannot store, or sorry, then you cannot store any water there. So then return 0. After that, as I said, priority queue int comma pair int comma int and sorry, pair int comma, let me store it like this. Now after that, vector pair int comma int, and let me say this as another pair int comma pair int comma int. So after that, greater to store the upper, sorry, the minimum height at the above. So minimum heap vector bool. It is used for visited matrix, visited of size m, vector bool of size n comma false. Sorry. So vector int, sorry, for int I is equal to 0, I is less than m I plus plus, for int j is equal to 0, j is less than n, j plus plus, and if I is equal to 0 or j is equal to 0 or I is equal to m minus 1 or j is equal to n minus 1, then minimum heap dot push h of I comma j comma j comma I comma j. So it will be in, sorry, it is not a comma. So this will be pushed in a pair visited of I j is equal to true. So I am initializing all boundaries as visited and pushing back into sorry pushing back into the minimum heap int comma int directions is equal to -1 comma 0 1 comma 0 1 comma 0 and 0 comma -1 0 comma -1 0 comma 1. That's it. Then trapped water int trapped water will be water, so water is equal to 0 while minimum heap is not empty. Heap dot empty. Now auto height comma cell auto height comma cell is equal to minimum heap dot pop. Then after that minimum heap dot top. After that minimum heap dot pop. Then int x is equal to cell dot first and y is equal to cell dot second. Then for auto directions in directions, then int new x is equal to x plus dir dot first. Int new y is equal to y plus dir dot second. Then after that, if nx is greater than or equal to 0, greater than or equal to 0, and nx is less than m, ny is greater than or equal to 0, and ny is less than n, and it is not visited. So here it is visited of nx ny is not visited. Then water plus is equal to maximum of 0 comma height height minus h of nx ny. So after that visited will be it will marked with visited h of nx ny comma maximum of 0 comma h of nx ny and minimum heap dot push the maximum of height comma height map of nx ny comma nx ny. As I said, I'll be storing nx ny is equal to true. That's it. Here we will be returning the amount of water. It is priority queue, sorry. A lot of errors on. Yes. If you like this video, share to your friends and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.